Hey, it's Market Moves coming at you with a weekly pot stock update where we go through the charts to decide where the next week is going to take us. Stay tuned. Alright, so I'm doing what I know how to do best, throwing out some mean charts for you guys to understand where the market could be heading. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go through all the big names to let you know where the prices are and what levels are the most important. So right here, we're going to start off with Nbev. If we look to the right of the screen, you see a volume profile with a huge volume node at about $5. So this level here, I drew a black line. This is so important. If we break this level, that's where the bears are going to come in swarming. So I think this level is going to hold in New Age Beverage. This was the story last week of the sell-off, is we want to see if we can hold this level. And if we do, I think we might test $6 again. That's a strong might, because we went straight down, and for us to reverse, it would have to take a lot of change in momentum, a lot of price to sit up at this 550, 570 level. So if price goes back up there and sits up there for a week or two, this is going to be great things for New Age Beverage. So sitting on support, same story as last week, waiting for it to move. And everyone's favorite is ACB. I just released a trade alert on this for my premium group. So ACB, I had the group trade this bounce right here. So this bounce went from 845 all the way up to 910. And right here is some moving average resistance. That's why we stopped. And I had this all live on YouTube Live. So my premium group is free for everyone on Wednesdays. That is only going to be for a certain amount of time, and it will stop soon. So ACB hitting that trend line support, and now it's going to bounce around. Some prime opportunities for you guys possibly to pick up some positions or to take some profit if you can. So this bounce here could take a while, and we want to make sure we stay above this trend line next week as we continue bouncing around. But this looks very bullish on the weekly. We get a great green candle this week, and next week, if we can continue, another green candle would be lovely and bring us back to $10 easily. So CGC, probably the most bullish chart out here, bouncing off the middle Bollinger Band right here with a big green candle. So I almost put out an alert for this instead of ACB, only because CGC looked a little bit better with all these wicks on the weekly. So I look at the wicks when I'm trading, and the big thing with these wicks is we were trying to touch that 39.50 level. If you watched my video last week, you would know I called 39.50 to the cent as a reversal point. So we hit that 39.50 and we reversed from there. So that was the bottom I was looking to get in on, and now we have popped up to a great level that we can finally possibly see $45 come back in. But I don't think the bulls are going to win unless we get back above $50. $50 is huge for this stock. Another move up to $50 will come in with selling. So a lot of selling will stop us from getting above that. But if we blast through it, I will be very excited to see what is next for the new highs on CGC. So just a recap on CGC, great bottom in here, great green candle, but we want to see the run continue to $50, and then that's the next battle. So the next stock I want to go over, this is one I've been forgetting, is TGOD. So this looks a lot like PYX, as we have mostly red candles, no reversal candle yet. So the green organic Dutchman is coming down to this moving average, and most of the pot stocks have found support there. This one is not there yet, so the possible downside is still there in my opinion. I can draw some trend lines here for you guys to see basically what's happening. So this is keeping us down with the stock, and this is what we call a wedge. So a wedge is a pretty bullish pattern. We can see a wedge breakout coming in the next couple days, maybe week or two, but this wedge is forming, and the downside of the wedge is hopefully supported by this moving average. So that's going to be about 360 in TGOD. The next stock I want to go over is PYX. This is just a fun one because it's been so volatile and been dropping just in a very consistent pattern down. So the next support level for this one is going to be this $14 zone. So $14 is huge for PYX. That is where we could see a reversal. Till then, I think you should ride that momentum as long as you can, because trends last a long time, especially if you're smart with them. And look at all these red candles, red, 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 some sideways bear flagging, and more red candles. So PYX has about $3 more to drop in my opinion, and we'll see if that can come in. Next one is Cron. Been very bearish on Cron for a while, and Cron is just a stock that can have more downside. As you can see, not even close to this moving average. This is about $3, $3.50 away at $12, and I do think we could see another drop coming in Cron. And I do think we're going to be trading sideways for maybe 3 or 4 more days, maybe get one more pop next week, but the downside is larger in my opinion. So the top of the candles here that we're looking out for is this $12, $13 zone. So right there is kind of where I expect Cron to plop down in the next week or two. It could take a while, it could be very quick, who knows, but this stock is not worth what it is. It's the most expensive pot stock out there, so I don't think you should be getting excited for the bulls right now. So we'll check out Cweb, and this is definitely my favorite pot stock of 2019, and big gap up today on the daily chart, pretty bullish activity, and on the monthly chart you can see we're forming this huge doji. So this is very, very large, and this is a sign of like a pause or an indecision candle. So this is a candle where we don't know who's going to take it next month. It could be the bulls, it could be the bears, you never know. So this stock definitely has more room to run, just because I know the fundamentals internally are great, and I'm so excited about this company. Next stock we're going over is MedMen, MNFF. This is a hard one to remember. MNNFF. There we go. Boom. MedMen within a great pattern here, and this could be a great bottom, great opportunity. I think we could get a great pop in MedMen in the next week or so. So this stock is trading at 280. The possible upside could be 350. That would be, let's say, 30% return. So in terms of best return in the next couple weeks, I think MedMen is right there, and this stock is just in a great pattern with 3 bounces to the bottom. This is the last bottom here, and we're getting some pretty good volume coming in. So I think we're going to be popping real soon, getting excited about this one, and I do like the idea of the company. It's definitely not a scam. We have proof that it's out there selling cannabis in retail. All right, we'll keep this thing rolling with VFF Village Farms. This is a company that just got a Citron research report yesterday that was pretty ugly, like really ugly. Just put a video out on it a couple days ago. This dropped the stock from $18 at the high all the way down to $9, which is a 50-cent drop. Sorry, 50% drop. So right now we're getting a great bounce off this moving average, but if any of that news or any of that evidence proves to be true, I do think this stock is going to drop much more down to that $6 level. So basically the guy who's in joint ventures with this company has been also involved with a lot of penny stock pumping, a lot of stock pumping in general. So most of the stocks he's worked with or been involved with have dropped 50, if not 100% in the long term. So VFF, I do think we're going to see a bigger drop, just because some of the validity with the points in the Citron research article, I do think are worthy of being scared of. So VFF, that's my analysis on that. Next up, we got Apha, who was attacked by Hindenburg, however you say it. And that was a big article about a lot of evidence that could tank the stock and bring it to zero. I think it's not too credible, but it's enough to be nervous about, honestly. So very wishy-washy on the evidence presented with that article. And right here we have a big drop in sell-off after earnings. So Apha is already reporting Q2 earnings for 2019, which is kicking off earnings season for pot stocks. So Q2 is coming in. It's going to be very exciting. This stock is heading to that gap fill level here. So this red line, we've bounced off it once, twice, 3 times we dropped through it, and now we're heading back to it. So finding some support, possibly at 768, 765. That's going to be where I'm looking to see a bounce. So I think Apha is definitely something to be nervous about with the company and the article that came out a while back, and the fact that it's selling this hard after earnings does make me nervous. So This stock, I'm hoping to see a bounce soon, but I could be wrong. So that's all I got. If you want to check out all the videos on my pot stocks, they're right here. I got 80 videos. You can hit up that playlist. And I also have my trade alert subscription link right here. 3 to 5 alerts a week, 7 days for free for you. Hit that link. Lastly, subscribe. Please, please, please subscribe to this channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Market Moves signing off. Peace.